Volume, volume, volume. Volume. It don't work. That don't work. All right. So let's see. All right. I just tested this volume, man. We should be working now. Uh, Let me see. We should be working. Should be up and running. If you up in here, let me know if my volume working. I just tried to test it. Um, when I ran a little test, I could hear it. Woo! Finally figured it out, man. I got a new computer. Man, I got a new computer, man. And it's been a struggle, man. So appreciate it, friend. Yeah, y'all got to help me out, man. My technology skills is not where they need to be. But man, glad I was able to get this thing hooked up. Glad I was able to come up and get on this thing. Yeah, the college. Hey, man, I told y'all, man. Like I'm trying to, put my stuff, put it back into my YouTube, man. Y'all support me. Y'all come out, hang out with me. So, you know, I try to make sure my stuff is good. I'm actually gonna start off, man, talking about like what most gurus won't tell you about wholesaling real estate, man. A lot of these gurus, they won't tell you, they make videos, they won't talk about, some of the real stuff that happen when you go to wholesale real estate. You think, man, I'm finna get into this, I'm about to make some money, whatever, whatever. And you start going, and it's like, man, this ain't what I thought it was. Um, and I see that a lot, man. And a lot of times, I come in here and talk to y'all about wholesale real estate, but like, man, I don't be encouraging people to go out there and wholesale real estate like that, man, because like, dude, you gotta have, it's not as easy, man. That's the thing. It's not as easy. It's not for everybody, and everybody ain't gotta do this, you know what I'm saying, to make money. So, sometimes I'm like, hey, you do what you think you may be good at. Everybody ain't gonna do real estate. Everybody ain't gonna wholesale, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to go through, talk about a couple of things I think gurus don't tell people about wholesale real estate. We're going to talk about three things that the gurus really don't tell people about wholesale real estate. And the first thing the gurus really don't tell you is that it takes money to wholesale real estate. Like, dude, it doesn't take money to actually complete the process, but it takes money. It takes some type of capital. What most time that's money, right? Sometimes that may be more time, but it's very rare that you do a deal and you spend no money, right? In order to really get it going, like you want a business, like you want regular, you know, things to be happening, you got to spend money. Like you're gonna have to spend money. You got to be ready to spend money in order to, if you want to get a real estate wholesaling business going. You know what I'm saying? You may get one deal, maybe get one deal without spending money, but you will not continuously do deals if you don't spend money. Like you don't need thousands of dollars, but you need a couple of $100 in order to get your stuff going. Otherwise, you're gonna be spinning your wheels trying to do everything for free. And most people burn out, right? Most people burn out if they're trying to do stuff for free. So that's why I tell people, man, like just submit to the fact that you're going to spend money. And you got to be cool with that. But and you got to be cool with spending money with the chance of you may not make no money. Like you may not make nothing, right? So you just that's the thing, man. Like people got to be okay with spending money and not making any money, spending time and not making any money, right? So I'm not saying that there's, the process of wholesaling, it doesn't cost money, right? And then you don't have to use your credit. But in order to find deals, you really need a little money to help yourself get going if you really want to get going. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's times when people don't spend money and do deals, but out of all the wholesale deals that's happening, a large majority of the people, I'm saying I would dare to say over 90, 95% of the deals that get done in wholesaling, people are spending money, right? People are spending money to get these deals. So, you got to be ready to spend some money. That's why I always advise people go get you a side hustle, go do something on the side to make extra money or something, and then go put that little money into wholesaling and learn how to do it with spending a little money, and then you will create like a real business instead of trying to do everything the free way and maybe burn yourself out, or maybe continue to try to do things the free way and really never gain a lot of traction because you always trying to do everything the free way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about free. If you know me, I'm all about free. But you just got to be willing to spend money with knowing you may make none, you may make zero, right? So you just got to be willing to do that, man. That's the entrepreneur lifestyle. The next thing that they really don't tell you is that, dude, it's hard. Like it really is not easy, right? It's not easy to wholesale real estate. It ain't easy to go out there and find a deal. It's not easy to go and talk to sellers. It's not easy to find buyers. It's not easy to complete the process, right? There's people back out on you. It's not easy, man. Like it's really not easy to just go out here and wholesale a deal. The process, like what you have to do, the process is simple, right? You put a person on a contract, you put a buyer on a contract, you send it to the attorney's office. It pretty much pans itself out, but it's really not easy to go out there and get it going. It's really not easy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people say, "Oh, it's easy, it's simple." Nah, it's not easy, man. It's hard. And when some people run into that resistance, they give up. Like you got to be willing to fight through that resistance. You got to be willing to fight through that initial wall that you're gonna run into when you try to wholesale real estate. So that's something you got to be ready to do. And that's why I say, it's hard, man. It's not easy. So, and there's highs and there's lows, and you got to be willing to go through the highs and lows and understand that you got to have the same attitude when you low as when you high. You know what I'm saying? You can't never get too high, can't never get too low. You got to stay right here, right? So that's another thing. They really don't tell you how hard it is. Everybody make it seem like it's so easy. It's not easy, man. That junk is hard. You know what I'm saying? So, and the last thing that they really don't tell you is that the secret sauce. Everybody talk about, oh, you gotta, know how to sweet talk the seller and all that stuff. Yeah, that's cool. You gotta know how to talk, but a lot of people know how to talk, right? It's like, and then even if you can't talk that well, the number one thing that talks is money. Money talks, right? By the way, I got to plug one of my favorite movies. Me and my brothers used to watch Money Talks with Chris Tucker. If you ain't checked that out, you got to go check that out. Me and my wife watch that on the regular. But anyways, so money talks. And who got the money? The buyers got the money. You got to find people with the money. If you find people with money, that's going to open up doors to all the other stuff, because you'll run into people who need money. You'll run into people who need to sell their property and they just need money. Or you'll run into people who got stuff under contract and they need somebody who got money. So the buyers, right? And if you find the right buyer, if you find a buyer, a quality buyer that's really flexible and they don't look to make a ton of money, they buy at a good percentage, they can make it, they can make a deal, you know what I'm saying? They can see what's going on. They're like, oh yeah, I can do this amount, you know, and make it a deal. There's plenty of deals where I didn't have a good buyer. I sent it to some people and they're like, we can't do that. It would have to be this. It didn't work. Send it to, I found the right buyer, send it to them, bam, deal. Bam, I'm paid. Bam, I'm doing deals. So that's what you got to understand, man. That secret sauce is them buyers. Like the difference between, them big dogs, and other people is that they know people with the money. You know what I'm saying? And then they get to the point where they the ones that got the money. So that secret sauce, you got to find them buyers, man. You got to find the buyers who willing to pay, who willing to be flexible. You got to find them. That's that secret sauce, man. And once you find that secret sauce, then you can get out there and really start hunting with some confidence, right? So those are the three things I would say gurus really don't tell you, at least most of them. But I will tell you this: if you're looking for some real people that's going to tell you the truth, go check out Keith Everett. Go check out Chris Jefferson. I just got finished watching them on a live, so go check those guys out. They'll definitely tell you the truth. But just wanted to break down three things that gurus won't tell you. But all those things that you can overcome, man. You can overcome the fact that you need money to wholesale real estate. You can go out there and get more money or spend less money and create money inside of your budget in order to go out there and start this wholesale thing. It's not easy, but you can figure out how to push through stuff that's not easy, right? It's just you got to be willing to keep going. You got to have a big enough why. You got to be motivated. You got to be self-motivated. You got to be self-disciplined. You got to be willing to take action, right? It's not easy to take action, right? It's not easy to spend money not knowing if it's going to come back or whatever, because a lot of people ain't got time to be spending money not knowing if it's going to come back, right? And that secret sauce, man, you can find that secret sauce. And if you find it, man, I'm telling you, there's people got their whole business built off finding buyers. And that's it. All they do is find the buyers, and that's it. And they making millions because people need people with money, right? The buyers is the secret sauce. You ain't never heard nobody. Only thing they do is find sellers, and that's all they do, and they make millions. It's people who only find buyers and make millions, right? So those three things, if you could conquer those, you're going to be successful in wholesaling real estate. All right. Now I'll go through and answer y'all questions, man. I'll go through and answer y'all questions, see what y'all got. And I'll kind of tell y'all what I got going on. Yeah, man, hit me up. Let me know where y'all from, man. If you up in here, let me know where you from, what you got going on, stuff like that. I'll tell y'all what I got going on, man. Speaking of not being easy, I just had somebody cancel a contract on me. Yeah, man, somebody that was in a rough situation. They ended up being able to resolve their situation, like getting some kind of loan modification, and backed out of the contract. But hey, more power to them, man. Go do their thing. You know, that's another thing, man. I don't never try to stick nobody, man. Like I'm not in this business to, get over on people or try to, force people into doing anything. I really don't try too hard to convince people to do a specific thing. It's like you do what's best for you, right? I'm here to provide a service. If my service worked for you, great. If my service doesn't work for you, good luck at finding something that's going to solve your problems. And if we can ever help you, just let us know, right? So that's kind of what I do. Happy wholesaling. How you doing, man? How you doing? Yeah, happy wholesaling, man. So that's kind of the approach that I do. I'm more of thinking that, a lot of people think that this is like a marketing business. I always think of it as like a service business. Like I'm providing service. So that's one of the biggest things I stress is that provide people with good service. And if you provide them with the good service, then everything else is going to take care of itself, man. You go out there and try to take care of people. And if you can take care of people, everything going to work out, right? If you can solve people's problems, take care of people's needs, and that's all it's about, man. Just trying to take care of people and give them what they need the best you can. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can let them know is what you can do the best you can, right? So that's kind of what I do. So how do you go about staying motivated as someone who knows success is possible? Success is hard work. It's hard to stay consistent and motivated when you're working 9 to 5, 6 days a week. Whoa, yeah, that thing is rough, man. It's hard to stay motivated, man. Like it is hard to stay motivated, especially when you're not seeing it, like you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I read books nonstop, man. I listen to like motivational stuff, and I have a routine. Like when I wake up, there's certain things I do in the morning. So I wake up, and the first thing I'm doing is praying. The next thing I'm doing is trying to, I read a little bit of the Bible, and listen to good godly music, right? And then after that, I go straight to my, motivational stuff, or listen to a book, or listen to a podcast. Like most time I'm listening to like Eric Thomas, or I'm listening to some other book, like The Obstacle is the Way, Tracy something, Tracy Bruce, something like that. No Excuses. He has a book. Miracle Morning, The One Thing. It's tons of books out there, man. That's what I'm doing. I'm listening to podcasts and stuff like that. Listening to other people do stuff and stuff like that. And then I'm jumping up here working on my stuff. But it is hard to stay motivated, man. You just gotta have that why. And usually, it's something that clicks inside of you that says, man, I'm gonna do this and I'm just gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna do this, and even if I run into a wall, I'm just gonna keep going. Right. That's the thing, man. It's like it's something inside of you that you gotta have that, that man. You gotta have that. Eric Thomas called it that dog. Like, dude, you gotta be willing to just go after it, man. It's that's you just gotta have it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you gotta feel like it's something I gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got to have, like I got to get this. You know, it's like I'm going to make it happen. I will make it happen. So you know that's just the way you got to think about it, man. And most of the times you think that you can't do it, but you can. You just think that you can't do it, but you actually can do it. You know what I'm saying? You actually are good enough to do it. You actually are. Like I just remember listening to people saying that they gonna make $10,000 wholesaling real estate in a month, and I'm like, man, there's no way. I was able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Then from 10, you hear about people making 50,000. You're like, man, they're doing make $50,000 a month. Oh my God. And then next thing you grind, you just keep grinding. It's like my head down, I'm just grinding. Next thing I know, I'm making $10,000. Next thing you know, I'm making $50,000. Next thing you know, I'm making $70,000. Next thing you know, I'm at $90. Like, oh, I'm about to mess around and bust 100. You know, so it's just you just keep your head down and you just grind. And next thing you know, you looking up and you like, dang, I'm all the way up here with them. It's like I'm all the way up here with the people that talking about they making, hundreds of thousands of dollars, making millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And you grind, keep your head down, and just work hard enough. It's like you look around, I'm like, man, I'm way up here, and I didn't even know it. You know, and it's like, dude, I'm still hungry. I'm still hungry. I still want some more. It's like, you know, it's just the way it is, man. When you get into it, you know, it's just the way it is, man. So somebody said my VA code calling Libron, Georgia. I think that's a good area. I think is that over there outside Gwinnett? I think that is a good area, man. Anyway, on that outside area is real good. Oh, my boy Rolex. What's up, Rolex, man? We need to talk. I got something hot. Oh, hit me up, man. Text me or something. I'll hit you back. So Eric Thomas, hip hop preacher, is dope. Yeah, Les Brown is dope too. I never really listened to Les Brown, but I'm pretty sure he got to be good. That's another thing I think I do a decent job of, like, and is like, if I get into something, I get obsessed. Like, if I'm into one person, like I'm into one person. Like, if I'm into Eric Thomas, I'm gonna listen to all of his stuff. I ain't listening to nothing else. Like, when I started wholesaling, I was listening to Flip Man. I really went hard to listen to nothing else. I listened to all his stuff, and then if I ran out of his stuff, then I go over here and go to King Kong, listen to everything he got. I listen to everything King Kong got. I go over here to Max Maxwell, exhaust all of his stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just eating stuff up. I'm eating all this information and stuff like that. So I really get focused in. That's another thing. Like, if you focus and follow one person, and you got to know, you got to be able to tell, like, that person got all the stuff that I'm need in order to get started and stuff like that. And you go all in on that one person, study them real good, and figure out, how to do it based off what they teaching. You'll be able to get started wholesaling real estate. So, so that's another thing that I did that I think is helpful. So can you give us some acquisition tips, like questions or anything you say to the seller? Like I said before, man, I really don't say nothing special to the seller. I really don't. I think what I do is, I mean, and Keith Everett says this, like, anytime you get on the phone, the first thing you want to do is, your intentions is to make a friend. Like, if you make a friend on the phone, if that person at the end of the conversation is talking to you like a friend, if they're going to sell their house, they're probably going to sell it to you, right? If you can give them a price that works, they'll sell it to you. Because if you talk to them like you are a friend, most of these people are older people. They probably ain't got a ton of people in their life, or they don't talk to a whole bunch of people. A lot of them don't. May not talk to, maybe people that's a little bit younger. I don't know. But just talk to people like they're your friends. Like, hey, how you doing? I try to talk to them about other stuff that's not real estate, right? You just start talking to them. Yeah, it's a good day. Oh, it's raining out here today. Just been staying inside, trying to stay dry. How's the weather out there where you at? And just talking to them like regular. You know, that's the thing, and that's another thing that I get from Keith Everett, and then King Kong. Like, King Kong talks about, like, when you're talking to people, you act like you are a worker. Like, I work for a company that purchase houses, right? And I really do. Like, I have a company that I work for that purchase houses, right? So that's what I do, man. I talk to them like I'm on a job. You talk to them like they're a friend. You just talk to them, treat them like a regular person, and just try to have good conversations with them. And then, people respect that. So that's one tip I can definitely give you. You create a friend, they'll more likely sell you their property if the price works. And Brandon Turner says this on the Bigger Pockets podcast. If a person like you, they'll probably sell it for a little bit less. If they like you, they'll probably sell it for a little bit less. So after reading Think and Grow Rich changed my whole perspective. I know exactly what you're talking about when you say go at it, don't stop. I think it's environment I live in. Yeah, no doubt, man. I think you can be unmotivated, small-minded, negative people around 24/7 like family. Yeah, I mean, no doubt, man. I mean, you can be in a bad environment, but the thing is, man, you just got to create your own environment, man. You can't, like, you got to get away from people that's negative. You got to be willing to cut stuff off, cut people off, and stuff like that, and get in your zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when I was doing this, I'm not sitting there talking to all kind of people. I'm not hanging out with people who ain't doing what I'm doing. I was really, a lot of times hanging out by myself. It's like I was just in my own zone. It's like, dude, I was in my own zone. My friends was the people that wrote the book that I was listening to. Grant Cardone, 10X Rule. That was my friend, right? Todd Fleming. you know, that was my friend. Eric Thomas, that was my friend. Like these people were the people that I was listening to every day. I was, so that's my thing, man. Then just eating up all the content. Max Maxwell, all them guys, they were my friend. Chris Jefferson, all them. Those were the people I was listening to every day. So those were my influences. But anyway, so are you mentoring people? No, I'm not mentoring people, man. I really just don't have the time like that. And I try to find time to make sure I do this, but I just don't have the time, man. Working a 9 to 5 takes up a lot of my time. Now, once I stop working, like if I'm not working, then I do have time. You know what I'm saying? So my situation changed where I'm not working, then I will have time. But I just don't have time, man, with work and everything like that. Just don't have a lot of time to be given the effort that I need to be given to mentor people. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but stay away from negative family. Yeah, stay away from negative people just in general. Anyone in Georgia doing deals? Yeah, I think it's a couple of people in Georgia doing deals. Keith Everett acquisition training is fire. Yeah, man, Keith Everett acquisition is real good, man. You just got to implement that stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff is implementation. So yeah, Keith Everett talked about that. I went to his two-day transformation. It's all about implementing. If you can implement stuff, if you can listen to something and implement it, that's when you're going to be able to, take off and have success, man. Because, it's all about implementation. Everybody got the information, man. You got the same information I got, well, most of it, probably maybe more of it. It's like you got the information I got. The difference is I take information and I take action. Take information, take action. And that's all you got to do, man. That's all you got to do. Take information and take action. And when you hit resistance, push through the resistance. Just push through it, man. So looking good, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm trying to hoping my video is getting better, the quality and all that stuff, man. Trying to get it better. I need to get a haircut though. I need to get a haircut. So we're gonna see how that go. I'm looking kind of rough. But anyways, so you have a slow month. You having a slow month too. We only got 4 deals set to close. We found them all on MLS or auction. Dang. We're off market at. Well, I don't know, man. I think it's the 8th day in December. And I think we got 5 deals under contract in 8 days. We got 5 deals under contract in 8 days. So, I mean, right now, I just closed a deal earlier this week. So I just closed on the deal early this week. I got to go to a closing tomorrow. I got another closing on Friday. Next week I got another closing in Tennessee. Yeah, man. Then I think 3 closings on December the 30th, and I got another closing in between all that somewhere. It's like, dude, it's crazy, man. It's like December got hot for me for some reason. It just landed the way it landed. December got hot, you know. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Uh Yo, Paulden County is hot for some reason. I don't know, man. I ain't got no deals in Paulden, man. It's crazy, man. I don't have any deals out there, but uh I'm still trying though, man. But the Rolex killing it out there. So you wholesale in Georgia? Yeah, I wholesale in Georgia, doing stuff in Georgia, North Carolina, and in Florida. So those are some areas I'm in. I think I just got a property in a contract in Florida. But anyway, so do you think someone can get started in a real estate company by outsourcing and getting passive income from it? You can, but that's more of like rental stuff. Like you could do some rental stuff where you can buy some properties. I'm actually buying I think I'm wholesaling one deal, and then I'm actually burying a deal, right? That I'm supposed to be closing on next week or the week after that. I'm burying a deal. Wholesaling the deal I'm closing on next week. But yeah, Yeah, you can buy some rental properties, outsource all the stuff. Like I haven't been to see the property. Agents been there, and inspectors been there. I talked to them, bought the property. Um, gonna get the contractor over there to look at it. Um, can y'all hear me? You. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, my daggone audio went out, man. Yep, back. Whoa! There we go, baby. Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing up in here, man. I feel like I'm a tech guy now, man. Yes, sir. More Scott. See, are you kidding me? Pops? No way. uh, oh man. But yeah, but I feel like I'm a tech guy around here now, man. I got so much technology on me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. Yeah, I got so much technology on me now, man. I'm trying to figure out all my technology. I think I kind of got it fixed. Um, yeah, man, my road died, man. But I got it plugged in, so we're gonna keep rolling. Do you believe wholesaling is the most effective way to start in real estate? I mean, it depends on your situation. Like, I just started wholesaling. I bought a rental property. I bought a rental property, and I bought that rental property. It's a triplex. I bought the rental property and I just bought and hold it. I'm just holding it and renting it out. So, but my thing was, is like, dang, okay, what's my next move? And I really didn't have any more money to spend. So what I did was I just went and I started looking at other ways to start making money off real estate. And really, I was gonna go get my real estate agent license, but I was like, man, I don't want to go take this test. It was in the middle of COVID, and it was like, man, I don't want to travel, take this test, and my wife ain't gonna want me to get out the house to go take a test because everybody's scared to death. And so I was like, shoot. Well, then my cousin called me and started talking about wholesaling. And I was like, I can't let him do a deal before me. So I went and did a deal. Next thing I made some money. And next thing I just kept going, man. So um, you give me hype, man. Appreciate that, man. You gotta be ready to go on this. Gastonia, North Carolina is on fire, man. I'm gonna have to see if we can do some deals up there. In Gastonia. Pops in the building. Yeah, man. Pops in the building. Oh my God. That's crazy, man. Woo. Oh my God. Got so much love and respect for my pops, man. It's crazy. Like, dude, you don't even know. My goodness, man. It's crazy. So you think I should watch every flip man video before I make a move? No, go ahead and start making moves, man. Like, don't wait. It's like, just start making moves. That's another thing, man. Like, you're not gonna know everything. You're not gonna know everything, man. It's like when I first started doing, I did not know like I didn't know how to write a contract, but I had the lady that wanted to sell, I had the dude who wanted to buy, and I still didn't know how to write up a contract. I didn't know how to write up a contract. I didn't know how to send it to the attorney's office. Like I was texting the lady. I was able to go out there, see the property, took the buyer out there. I shouldn't have took him out there with me because I didn't have it under contract. The lady said 60. I ended up saying, yeah, let's do it at 60. The dude, he was trying to get me to do it for 64, but the buyer was trying to get me to do it for 64, but I ended up talking him up to 66. But then I came home and then so I had a 60. I had to send her a contract, but I didn't know how to write it up. So what did I do? Hit YouTube up. It was like how to write a wholesale contract. So I went and found a contract, pulled Flipman contract, watched his video. That's when I watched his video about how to write it up. I went and wrote up the contract based off the video. This is after I already agreed with the lady now. And then I sent her the contract. I didn't know what I was doing, right? I started the process. And then once I ran into stuff, I went on YouTube and then I found out how to do it. And then I went and did it, right? Or I went to I didn't know how to find a title company. What do? I went on Facebook in the real estate investment group and I was like, hey, look, y'all know any attorney's offices, that I can use? Bam, somebody said something about attorney's office, went and used that attorney's office. So that's the thing, man. You're not gonna know everything. You got to be willing to take action first without knowing everything, right? Of course, you want to learn as much as you can, soak everything you can up. You want to go out there and just do all kind of stuff and not know what you're doing, but you're not gonna know everything. You're just not going to know everything. Like you got to take action and not know every step, right? How many deals you do in a year? So this year was my first full year wholesaling real estate, and I really don't know how many deals I did. I think I may have did. I don't even know, man. Like if I told you, I'd be just guessing. Right? I gotta guess that I've done at least 50. It's like I had to maybe at least 50, maybe at least 50, 50, maybe. So what's the process for getting that triplex? So the process of getting that triplex was pretty simple, man. I went over there, checked. Well, actually, I didn't check the place out. I was sent somebody over there, sent my wife over there actually to go check the place out. She went and checked the place out. She told me not to buy it. I said, no, we got to get in real estate. We're gonna buy it. Man, my daggone video went out. God. Mm, I gotta get my